me see if I can find myself online. And get everything all set up. Let's clean that off. Hey everybody, how are you all? I am finding myself on my computer. So I can see y'all chat. Let me mute myself on here too. I don't want to hear me. Hey, Sadie. I see you coming in. Hold on. Hey, Miranda. I see Lisa. Let me scroll down a little bit here. I see Latasha. School plans. Ishanette. Welcome, welcome, welcome all as y'all coming in. Welcome. Karen, how are you? I'm trying to fix this thing on my other computer. Let me see if I can. How do I do this? Nah, let me go back to regular screen mode. How's everybody tonight? How is everybody tonight? Yes, please go ahead and give that thumbs up as you are coming in. I hope you all have some paper and pen. Hey, Felice! Everybody, Felice is the winner of the beautiful Clever Fox giveaway that we have done. So tell her congratulations. So she's gonna get herself her Clever Fox planner pretty soon. You are welcome. I was very blessed as well, Monica. Thank you. Let me put a couple things away so I have a little bit more space on my desk area. It's not too big, but let me make sure I have some space. Okay, so everybody got their pen and paper ready? Because I'm excited. I am excited. So the main thing that we are going to do on this first video, because this is video number 1, is I'm going to ask you guys some questions, and you all are going to answer me or answer those particular questions, right? In the comment box, because we're not going to waste time. We're just going to jump right in. So if you can name or list for me in the comment box, what is your number 1 goal for 2019? What is your number 1 goal for 2019? If it's a toss-up or a tie, you can list 2, but you know, if you can, list what your number 1 goal is. Hey, from the UK, how are you? Okay, so Lisa, I see you buy a house. Okay, to get my business up and running successfully. Shanette, what kind of business is that? She loves planner. Okay, Beverly, open up an Etsy shop and get monetized on YouTube. Okay. Etsy shop. Monetize. And don't worry, I'm not writing them down to take your goals. I'm going to leave these with y'all. Okay, so Shanette, you're a makeup artist and you make some wigs. Okay. makeup and wig business off ground. All right, so my goal for 2019 is to spend more time with family. Monica, love it to be able to hear God's voice. Um, okay, Burnside, Creative Memories business. All right. Don't mind my chicken scratching. It gets worse as I write faster. To be more intentional in my faith. I love that. Intentional in faith. Get out of debt and into a home. Okay, so I'm going to put get out of debt. Get organized, a place for everything and everything in its place. I love that. Hey, Alex. Okay, so a place for everything. So make a home, right? Make a home for everything. And that's what I call it in here. I'm like, everything has a home and everything needs to be in its home. Steph, simplify. I'm loving it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've got 11 things so far. Anybody else? Spread kindness. Love that, Gina. Love that. Okay, so this is your number one goal, all right, for 2019. Have you all written this goal down? That's number one. If you have, yes. If you have not, do no. Yes, Miranda, use what you have and not buy so much. Miranda, you know I'm about to be on you for that one. Buy so much. Okay, so one said not yet. No. Okay. Okay, got a lot of yeses, which is great. Got a lot of yeses, which is great. If you have not written them down, if you can get a picture, get it done. Okay, have it on your vision board. No, not yet. Okay, so homework number one. I need those who have not written it down. I need you to write it down. Good evening, Juicy Fly. Juicy Fly, the question is, what is your number one goal for 2019? Go ahead and type it in for me. It falls into your financial category. That's good, Miranda. So those of you, even Lisa, even though you have it on your vision board, I need you to write it someplace else. I need you to write it. If you have your carry-on planner that you go with you everywhere, write it in there. If you have a catch-all planner, I need you to write it in there. I need you to get a big old sheet of paper like this, and I need you to write it there. And so as soon as you open your planner every day, I'm going to want you to see it. I'm going to want you to see it. Let God take control. Oh, yeah. Let God take the wheel. Yes. Let go and let God take the wheel. I love that. Yes, I'm going to tell you what mine is, Rachel. Eat better. I have a very simple brain, so I can probably only do 1.5 things at a time. So give me a second. I'm coming. 1.5, honey. 1.5. So we have eat better to secure a permanent job with great pay and benefits, and that suits me and my family. Love that. Secure a permanent job with great pay and benefits, and that suits me and my family. Love that. Secure a permanent job with great pay and benefits, and that suits me and my family. Love that. Secure a permanent job with great pay and benefits, and that suits me and my family. Love that. Secure a permanent job with great pay and benefits, and that suits me and my family. Love that. job with. See, you got 2 lines. You took up 2 lines. Fat girl love, you took up 2 lines. With great pay and benefits. Your goal is super big. Okay. So I know it's only one. All right. So save for a car is a must to do for. Okay. So save for the car. Are you looking to purchase the car in 2019 or just saving for it so that you can have the money to purchase it maybe in 2020? But I need all of that. Okay, so you want to save and buy in 2019. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so my the number one goal for me, which is in my spiritual section, the number one goal for me is to read the Bible in a year. Okay, so that's my number one goal. And I have that written down in my planner. We saw this a couple weeks ago, right? Well, a couple days ago, really. We saw this as well. And I have it here and I've already started working on this goal. So I did not do my study yesterday because it was Sabbath, and then today I ended up getting called in to go to work. So that took up a good portion of my day. But I'm going to do it tonight before I go to bed. All the goals are amazing. I love them all. All of them are amazing. And I'm going to pull this out because I'm going to be keeping this with me so that, and I should have wrote your name next to it, but I don't have the space for that. But you remember what your goal is. You remember what your goal is. As you see people come in, just let them know to let me know what the goal is. So you have a list of the Bible, which is chronological order if you'd like it. Okay, so I have a list. And I don't think it's in here. Hold on. I do have a list that's chronological as well, but you can post. I don't know if they let you post a link in here. Go ahead and post it. If not, email it to me, and I will post a link up in the description of the video once it posts. So thank you for that. I'll do that. Also, I'm here singing for no reason. I had a list in here of it, and I might have taken it out, and I think I did, but I also had another list that I will also post the information to that list as well, but I took that out because I changed the way that I was doing it. Hey Kathy, how are you? So Kathy, list your number one goal for 2019. So we have Christy is get healthy. I love that goal. Hey, Mika. Lisa, I am in the sisterhood. I am. I'm going to be this week in January here, the 26th, 27th type week, that week. That's my week. So I'm coming down. On the plane, headed back to 8. Okay. In the name of Jesus, Heavenly Father, we ask that you please secure our sister Kathy and get her back home safely, oh God. We trust you, Father, Lord. We put her in your hands in Jesus' name. Amen. Girl, I'm gonna be happy when I see you come back. I'm gonna be happy for you. So get there safely. So with this right now, these are your goals or your number one goal. Here's my next question to you. See, Kathy, all of us, they saying amen for you, honey. So tell me now, how are you going to accomplish this goal of buying the house, open an Etsy shop, monetizing your YouTube channel? Have you broken those down into steps of what you need to do? Have you done that? Yes or no? And post that up in the box. So I got 1, 2, 3 yeses, 2 no's. Steph. Okay, so I have it in like an outline format. Okay, perfect. And I got some kinda. Some of the steps, but not all the steps. Yes to most, not yet to a few. Yes, but not written down. So you need to get on with it. So you haven't had, okay, so that's not written down. Perfect. So it's a lot of in betweens, right? It's a lot of in betweens. And so sometimes, even though we don't have it written down, we have an idea of where we want to go. We have an idea of the direction that we need to go to. Like we have a compass that's saying that this is the way that you need to go. This is the path that you need to take to get there. This is January, and I want you to kind of almost take a look back at 2018. Now, don't go back too far because 2018 could have been traumatizing for some of y'all. So don't go back too far down memory lane there. But I just want for you to go back. In January 2018, you had some goals. You set the goal, you wrote the goal down, or probably did not write the goal down. You started on a path in that direction towards the goal, and at some point you ended up stopping. Now, can you remember, was it 30 days, 45 days, 60 days? What was it? What was it? Like, how far into the year, if you can remember, did you get either with pursuing the goal or the point where you stopped? Can anybody remember? Drama and trauma, Lisa. Kathy, you want to read the Bible through? So yes, you better get on it. And I'm going to email you from the YouVersion Bible app, Kathy. I'm gonna share with you the one that I'm doing. So Monica says 6 months into the year. You didn't have any at all last year, Lean. So wake up 6 a.m., spend time reading and praying, continue the process of sanctification and applying what I learned. That is your goal, RC? Wake up at 4:30 a.m. Reading, praying, road to sanctification. Okay. I'm shorthanding myself. And applying. Okay, no goals last year. You stopped in April, but got back on track in November and was able to complete January, February, March, April. So basically, you got 3.5 months maybe to get healthy. We do have that on the list. You started last year. You need to continue the process. Awesome. All right, Kathy. See you later. You stopped too many times. We stopped. It got sidetracked from our goals and just give up. But all testimony that you can get back on track. Okay, yes, we can. We can. I had just one and I met it. Awesome. Awesome. Tranquil stitches. I like that. Gina started out great, got lost somewhere in the middle, managed to get back on track around mid-October. Okay, perfect, perfect. So almost everybody got off track somewhere. Hey, Militia, everybody got off track somewhere. So circumstances, situations happen, something happened. Nope, it's not too late to start a budget. You can start a budget at any time. I'm going to put that START, start a budget. Start a budget. You can start anytime at all. So the next question that I'm going to ask you guys, and I hope you all write down the question to this one. And the first this question is, what do you think last year, 2018, that stopped you from accomplishing those goals, from continuing on the path of those goals? What stopped you? You have one big goal this year, and that is to finish school. Yes, Jessica. Jessica, you could do it. I can't even tell you how many years it took me to finish school. Every time I started school, I got pregnant, so I stopped. I'm not starting out one more time because I'm not getting no more babies. Okay, health. Okay, all or nothing. And this handwriting is crazy. Procrastination. Broken. All right. So you're broken. Y'all right. Y'all go so fast. Okay, so family passing. So your dad passed. So sorry for that, sweetheart. Set unrealistic goals. Issues with car and children. I'm not thinking about goals this year. I want to modify my habits. Okay. That's it. That's it. That is a wonderful goal. You can do it. Yes, you can. Illness. Okay, so husband got seriously ill. I finished my master's degree in 2012 and you're done with school. Good deal. Good deal. Afraid of success. No community connection. Your own laziness and non-commitment. You are welcome, Mika. You know, I've been known to be a slave driver, so I hope you're ready for me. You don't know what you're asking for when you're asking me. I hope you're ready for me. Self-sabotage. Your health stopped you from getting healthy. That makes perfect sense, Christy. Like, there's certain stuff that I would like to do, but my knees are not, I can't, right? My knees, they're not what they used to be. So I get what you mean. I get what you mean. So we do have health. I think we had health on here. Health issues. Budget, health, organize my home, closer walk. Renee, slow down, boo. Find a home church to name her few. So last year's was unrealistic. Renee, you will not take up 2 lines of my paper. Okay, like someone else did. I'm not going to call any names. Okay, so budget, health, organize. We do touch on those as well already. Bad time management. How you doing, Renee? Bad time management. Fear, lack of consistency. Afraid of success. We had that fear and then lack of consistency. Accountability check-in. Let's see. Hey, Mary. No support. Okay. And someone said no community connection, so we can put that as no support as well. Let's start. Just message me on. Okay, good. I'm glad. You guys, yes, make sure you guys team up. Finding a home church is a big one for you. Okay, Renee, I got you. Finding home church. As your goal. I got you. Okay, so when we did, you believe that your goals were too lofty. There were too many. Okay, so too lofty. Too many. This year, they're very deliberate and a clear path on how to achieve them. Very good. Good. Okay. So I'm going to read for you all some of the answers because I asked the question in the giveaway. What do you think keeps you from accomplishing your goals, right? And these were some of the answers that were given, because a lot of times some of y'all think y'all alone, but you're not alone. You're not alone with the way that you feel or the things that's keeping you from accomplishing your goals. I'm gonna read this message. Militia, she said, there are so many negative habits that I'm leaving behind. Okay, I'm gonna write that, negative habits. I sometimes talk myself out of my dreams because of fear of walking into my purpose, fear of success. We got that. Fear of success, honey. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to read off a couple of these and if you agree or if you feel it, just put a yes in the box, or just put a yes if you can relate to this. Someone says, I'm overwhelmed with procrastination, and that is keeping me from accomplishing my goals. Okay. I'm going to write you. You said, Sandra, finding your purpose. And then we just talked about this as well. Someone says, I picked a goal that was too broad of a focus, right? So it's just too broad of a focus. So just let me know. Not writing them down and making them into small pieces. Another person says, it was hard to stay focused. Y'all, this one hit me as well, right? Someone says, fear of not being good enough. Can y'all relate to that one? Someone says, not having the steps written down, and once I mess a step up, I tend to give up. Can we talk about the perfection syndrome, please? Can we talk about that? Another one says, procrastination. I always think I can just start tomorrow instead of doing it today. How about that one? How about that one? I was like, wow. Another person says, her answer was simple, one word, myself. She said, that's what's keeping me from accomplishing my goals, myself. Another one says, I get in my own way. Another one says, fear of the unknown, fear of failing. The things I want to do almost seem too big, and that makes them feel unattainable to me, and that feeling stops me from moving forward. Of course, another one says, I feel that not having an accountability partner is one of the main reasons. I also set goals, but my health issue gets the best of me, and it feels like I won't accomplish any of my goals. Remember, we just talked about some of those, right? Health issues. Have a good night, Renee. Okay. Another one says, what keeps me from accomplishing my goals is that I just create my own flow and go with it. We have that. I just do my own thing, right? I tell myself that I'm my own boss and that nobody is stopping me from accomplishing my task. And then I never accomplish any. So she's just creating her own flow. She says, me, I am my biggest critic, right? So self-criticizing, and I am also a procrastinator. So when you add those two things together, you end up being stuck in this never-ending circle of being self-aware enough to know that you need to change and grow and improve, but then you find a million reasons why you don't do anything about it. Can we relate to that one? Can we relate to that one? So let me see. I think I'm going to do one more. She says, I think it might be fear. Not fear of being unable, but fear of being able. I think we fear our potential. Wow. Because, sometimes that means if we meet this one goal, then people are now going to expect more of us, and we now have to expect more of ourselves because we're stepping the ladder up. We're stepping the game up, right? We're doing this thing. And so these are all things that come into play. Every single thing that we have listed on here, we can all recognize in some form or fashion as things that are keeping us from accomplishing our goals. One of the first steps to being able to defeat your enemy is to recognize your enemy. And ladies, we've listed all of these enemies tonight, right? We've listed a good amount of them tonight. We've called them by name tonight. And so now that we know and we have identified what some of these problems is, mental health is definitely a thing, definitely, right? So health issues, we got all of them in here: mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, come with it. So we have all of this that we are dealing with on a day-to-day basis. And we have to make sure that we are recognizing when these things are coming into play. Fear of rejection, come on, honey. So under fear, I'm going to put rejection, failure, success, not being enough. Right? Because we're afraid of all of those things. You definitely should be taking notes. You definitely should be taking notes. I think there are several things on this list that we are all guilty of. Like half of this list where we can check, yep, that's me, that's me, that's me, that's me. It's like we're going down the buffet line and picking up all of these things, but we're about to put these things back on the buffet line. You think you're not worthy or deserving. Oh my gosh. Not worthy. That's a big one, Mika, or deserving. Oh. My handwriting sucks without lines. So these are things that can be blockages for us to be able to accomplish our goals. And so we're going to take, I would like for us living in the past. Sandra, say it again. I was about to write your name. Living in the past. So I'm going to put in living in the past, Sandra, sometimes that can equate to unforgiveness. Your family holding you back? Yes. Right? So family holding you back. So we are full. Like there's a y'all. So these things are stuff that we have to make sure that we are keeping an eye on. And then the question now becomes, how do I get to where I want to go in spite of all of these stumbling blocks? That's what we need to look at these on as. Because if you have those, what do you call those things that's in the road when you're driving? What are those things? I will replay it. Yeah, we don't forget unforgiveness for a lot, ourselves, speed bumps. Thank you so much. For ourselves, unforgiveness for other people. I mean, a lot of unforgiveness keeps us in bondage. So all of these things, all of this is speed bumps and detours. That's all these are. And what happened to, if I'm a firm believer that words matter. And we have to how do you say this? We have to disarm. We have to disarm certain things and let those things not carry as much weight as they do. We cannot, we have to disarm these things. So all of these things that we just listed that were really primary causes, all of these were primary causes for our failures in 2018. And some of these things have not changed, have they? They haven't changed. We have brought them over into 2019 with us. And so we have to disarm these things right here. And the way we disarm these things is we give them their true name. And the true name is you're just a speed bump or a detour. That's it. Now the speed bump, you can still go over and move forward, but the detour, you have to change directions with a detour. So you see how that's different. Roadblocks, right? I have learned how to take a detour with things. Yep, these things, when these things happen, to still get where you need to be. And that's how we have to do. We have to look at these things. That was just a speed bump. I'm going to regain my speed and keep going. Because when you go, you got to slow down a little bit to go over the speed bump. Because if you don't, you might damage something underneath your vehicle, right? So we have to make sure that we're addressing these speed bumps and the detours, roadblocks. We got to make sure that we're disarming them in the proper way and the proper manner. It says disarm, yes. You suffer from anxiety too. They've been horrible lately. Praying for you. Yes, we pray for everybody with any kind of mental health challenges. And as women, we face it a whole lot, because we do suffer from that anxiety. There's so many people in our life that causes us to get anxiety. Situations, circumstances. I'm telling you, my kids are teenagers, y'all. I got anxiety times 20. And so it's like, oh my gosh. That's fine. I'm excited to see things change for good. I'm excited for all of us as well. So we're going to disarm these things and we're going to make a plan. Making a plan is one of the best ways that you can disarm these things. Here is one thing, however, that I want you to understand before we make a plan. Because if you don't understand this, then you're going to get yourself all in an uproar for absolutely no reason. And if you do that, I'm going to have a problem with it. Let me see this thing. Am I frozen for you all? Let me refresh my page. I should be good, but let me make sure. Okay, I think it's still good. Okay, so while we are making the plan, right, I want you to all to understand something. When I get my planner, right, when we get our lovely planners and we write out how we would like the day to go in our planners, how we would like the week to go in our planners, how we would like our month to go in our planners, y'all, please understand that what you put on the paper is only one scenario out of 1,000 possibilities, out of thousands of possibilities. So if when I come to my week, to my day, and this day does not go according to plan because I had some speed bumps and I had to take some detours, and then there was some lights that I didn't even know was there, so I had to stop and something else, and then I got a flat tire, so I had to take it to a shop to take care of that, but I had to wait for the tow truck to come, so I couldn't make it to the store before the store closed. That was just a detour or a speed bump, and it was one of thousands of possibilities that could have happened for the day. The same thing when we are now our goals for 2019. What I put on this paper is one of many possibilities. How I get there is one of many possibilities. So as long as I get to this end result, I'm going to be okay with that. What that's going to allow you to do, sisters, is it's going to allow you to not have so much pressure on yourself. I've got to do this. I've got to do this in 2 days. If I don't do this in 2 days, then I'm a complete failure. You put that pressure on yourself, and then what happens? You quit, right? Because you didn't make it there in 2 days. So please, before we get started, just make sure you understand, we see the goal that you want to get to. We're going to put a date to the goal that you would like to get there, but there's going to be some speed bumps. There's going to be some detours. So you want to make sure that you understand that, and you're okay with the process. You're okay with the process, because the speed bumps and the detour is just going to teach you another road along your route that you did not know about. Is everybody okay with that? Let me know in the comments. Is everybody okay with that? That would be a good sticker. Speed bumps ahead, but keep driving, honey. Oh, I like that. I like that. Let me write that down somewhere. Let me write it here. Speed bumps ahead. If anybody has a shop and can make that sticker for us, that would be great. I'm not that talented. But keep driving. I love it. I love it. Good deal. Good deal. So let's start on a process, and I hope y'all got some pens ready. I went ahead and I looked online, and I saw some things about, okay, how is it that how can I accomplish my goal? You know, they got the SMART goal system and all this other stuff. How can I accomplish my goal? So that's what we're going to be doing in all of these lives, is figuring out how we can accomplish every single goal that we want to together, because this is our community, right? A lot of you said that one of the things that you are missing is a community. Hey, Michi. Hey, Cheryl. So you're missing a community. So this is a community that you're going to have. We're going to be here. I'm going to be here for you all. Miss Miranda, Miss Master Plan, Miss Thinking of a Master Plan, she's on here as well. So whenever I can't make it on, we're going to be tag teaming for you all. And we're going to try to find any other planner babes that's willing to tag team with us. And it's going to continue. So if I'm not available, if she's not available, someone will be available to make sure that every Sunday we're coming back to check in and to give an update as to how our goals is going. What did you do this week? And if you did not accomplish something, you're going to need to tell us why you didn't get it done. And it better be a valid reason. Okay, it could not be a cheesy reason. It's got to be a valid reason. So step 1, it said, is to write your goals down. So for everybody who has not written down what their goal is, yes, Ruth, one at a time. So everybody who has not written down. Okay, are you all there? All right. So we got a couple folks back. Let me refresh my computer one, and then we'll start back. All right, perfect. As long as I see your comments, I'm good to go. Okay, so most of you guys are there. Perfect. So that's my main goal. So I want you to write down on your sheet of paper what your main goal is, and be highly specific. I think for me, that's specific enough. Let me pick up the sheet and we'll see some of them. So buy a house. That is definitely a specific one. Open up your Etsy shop, monetize on YouTube. So all of these are pretty specific. The get healthy, I know that could be broken down a little bit more. And so if you can break down that get healthy, right? Finish school, that's great. Finding your purpose, finding a church home, very specific. Wake up at 4:30, very specific. Permanent job, very specific. So now we're just going to need to know what her field is. Okay, what your field is. So in addition to being very specific, you want to make sure that it is relevant and achievable for who you are or who you probably will become. Sometimes we can put, what do they say? Put our hats higher than we can reach them. There's nothing wrong with wanting to achieve more, but what do I mean? So you want to buy a house, but maybe what you're visualizing in buying the house is you're want to buy a house for 300,000 when you don't have the capability to be able to do that within the next 1 to 2 years. You might only be able to have the capability to buy something for $150,000 within the next year or two. So you've got to make sure that your goal is as such that it's realistic, that you have the capability as well to do that. Let me know in the comments if you understand what I mean. So you got to be specific with your goal, and you got to make sure that that goal is achievable. Okay? You got to make sure that goal is achievable. I think it was on Tarshel's video. She was like, listen, for me to invite someone right now to have lunch with me on the moon, that's not very realistic. And that's not very achievable because I'm not an astronaut and I have all of those trainings that they need to have to be able to achieve the things that's necessary, right? To be able to do that. So it has to be achievable, okay? We do want to work with number 3, which is setting a deadline for the goal. Got to set a deadline for the goal. Yeah, so write it down, be specific, make sure that it's achievable. So that will be the 3. Number 4, I need you to set a deadline for the goal. So by when do you want to purchase this house? By when do you want to open up this Etsy shop? By when do you want to get monetized on YouTube? Right? And of course, we know that hearing God's voice, learning, being able to hear that, that's an ongoing process. So you want to just put ongoing, right? Because some of those things, intentional in faith, ongoing. Getting out of debt. When do you want to get out of debt? What are you giving yourself until? Now, when you are setting these deadlines, I think at this point is when you really need to make sure that you are writing down your step-by-step action, right? When you're setting your deadlines, what is your step-by-step action? In order for me to, let's say, purchase this house, I need to, number 1, check my credit score, right? I need to check my credit scores. That's all 3 bureaus. Make sure that if there's anything on my credit score, I need to clean that up. Then I need to go through the process of how long is it going to take me to clean up this stuff. We all know that it could take you 3 months, maybe 6 months to be able to clean these things up off of your credit, because then you have to earn the money to pay for some of these things, right? So you got to earn the money to pay for some of these things. So you have to make sure that is included in your timeline. Then not only do you have to figure that out with your credit score, do you have the job history? Do I have the down payment that would possibly be necessary for that? Make sure that you have all of those in your timeline. You can't just say, I want to buy a house by the end of the year. And if you have, $60,000 worth of stuff that you got to get off of your credit, ma'am, sir, I don't know what your income is like, but it might not be achievable. So all of those need to come into play when you are talking about What deadline am I going to set? A lot of us go into this and just set a deadline for ourselves without thinking about what it's going to take. Opening an Etsy shop, okay? Opening an Etsy shop is not just, oh, let me run onto Etsy, create an account, and bam, my shop is open. You've got to do your market analysis to figure out whether or not your product is something that people are going to want to sell. You've got to design your products, possibly do market testing on your products to see if people are going to want that. You're going to also need to, if you're going to be shipping things to people, what packaging am I shipping them in? How am I going to package my product to ship to these people? What's my presentation like? Supplies that need to get in. I've got to have the funds necessary to be able to get all of these supplies in place. Am I going to be working it by myself? What time am I going to be working it and fulfilling these orders that I'm getting from my Etsy shop? All of these questions come into play. Stop comparing yourselves to others and walk your own walk. That's definitely going to be one, Monica. Definitely going to be one. And so, let me know if you guys understand what I mean when you've got to come up with your step by step. You got to come up with your step by step. And so we need to know, how are you going to accomplish this goal? When you're setting that deadline for the goal, you got to know the steps necessary to be able to get to this goal. So mine was pretty easy. It was pretty simple. And I'm going to use one of those other half sheets. I'm not going to use this one. Where's my little half sheet booklet? You understood. Perfect. Gotcha, Cheryl. Good deal. So setting your deadline, which includes listing all the things that you need to do for that deadline. Number 3 is, I'm sorry, not number 3. What number are we on, y'all? Y'all tell me. Anyone wanting to start an Etsy shop, there needs to be more student stickers for online. Jessica, thank you very much. So see, Jessica has already given what you need. Student stickers. Okay, number 5. You need to work on your mindset, please. Work on your mindset, please. You cannot walk around with the glass is half empty mindset and expect to win. That is not a winner's mentality. And I'm not trying to tell you to fake it. I'm not, because I'm not faking it either. My face will tell you if I'm faking it. I'm not doing it. But what I am saying is the same thing that Monica said before. Number 1, stop. Well, not number 1. Let me scratch the numbers. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. That's got to be a shift of your mindset. What you can do, however, is use the example of other people. Pick the juice, pick the meat, pick the nuggets that you can learn from those people and use those to propel you forward. That's the mindset that you should have. You should have the glass is half full. So what do I need to do to get it to be 3/4 half full, 3/4 full? And then what do I need to do from here to get it all full? Not, oh my gosh, it's half empty. I can't do this. You're letting me start out with a half empty cup of water? Like, how am I supposed to get stuff done with only a half empty cup of water? What's the whining for, guys? We're all supposed to be adults here. We're all supposed to be adults here. Do we all need some more adulting stickers? Is that what we need? Because we need to make sure that the glass is half full mentality. I am walking my own race. I'm running my own race mentality. Even though a lot of other people are also running, they're running their own race. I'm running against me and my own clock. So, and that's it. Because even with the reading the Bible in a year plan, some people are doing a plan that has them reading 5 days a week. My plan is having me reading 7 days a week because that's what I can handle. That's what I can manage. And so I'm not going to say anything about their race because they can do that. When I looked at it, I did not have the time for the 5 days a week. I had to go to the 7 days a week plan. And so I've got to make sure that I am running my own race. So make sure you have that glass is half full mentality. Next one, number 6, is to develop your skill set. These babes cannot talk about they want to open up an Etsy shop designing stickers if they don't know how to design stickers. They have to learn how to design stickers if they want to be able to do that. I am sure, who is my wig maker on here? I'm sure my wig maker had to learn the process of making wigs before she could go and talk about she's trying to stick some glue or some thread somewhere and making any wigs. You have to develop the skill set. You cannot build a house if you do not have the skills to do so. And so you want to make sure that you're building your skill set. Whatever you want to do, you have to build that skill set for it. If you want to get out of debt, also, there is a skill set that you have to, it doesn't matter what you want to do, you have to develop a certain type of skill set. When you want to develop your budget and stick to your budget, yo, self-control, or as I call it, self-management, is a skill set. Hey, it's a planner. It's a skill set item. Okay, so we've got to be able to say no to ourselves as well. So develop your skill set. The next one is going to be to take the first step. Who has ever, number 1, gotten stuck on the first step, or number 2, took the first step and then stopped? Anybody? Yes, self-management is a skill, honey. And yeah, we're going to talk about self-management, especially all of us who wants to do this budget thing with buying all the things. I'm tossing out every single one of my buying all the things Mamby stickers. Throwing them in the trash. They are going in the trash. Yeah. So, you know, we got to take the first step. And then jealousy is a murderer. Yeah. So we got to take the first step. We cannot allow the speed bump of procrastination. We cannot allow the speed bump of fear. We cannot allow any of those speed bumps, y'all. We cannot allow any of these speed bumps to get in our way. Yeah, sometimes we can definitely be nervous because it's fearful sometimes, because sometimes it's stretching ourselves into a new experience, right? It's stretching ourselves into an area where it's like, wow, I don't know. It's unknown. What's going to happen? Am I going to succeed? Am I going to fail? Am I going to do it well? Am I going to do it right? Am I going to do it where everybody else thinks it's appropriate? We start to have those negative conversations with ourselves in our head. We are having what if conversations. Do you understand what if is? What if is unreal. What if is just something that might happen in the future that we don't even know if it really will happen. We're just imagining that it might. It's imaginary thing. A what if is an imaginary thing, and we allow that imaginary thing to take over our lives. So we have to take the first step and not let any of these speed bumps or detours here get in the way of what we are about to accomplish. You get overwhelmed, all of that good stuff, all of that good stuff. I keep on saying step. That allows me, what gets in your way? Okay. That's what always gets in your way. Which one, Karen? The fear of the unknown? So we got to let these speed bumps and these detours not get in our way. We got to, I have something that I heard someone say, and I said it, do it afraid. Do it afraid. And that's going to be another sticker. Like, we need that sticker. Who is going to be making these stickers? Do it afraid. So even when you're afraid of taking that first step, I just need you to remember, do it afraid. Lack of confidence and trusting. Lack of confidence. That's a speed bump. I'm writing that down. Yeah. So do it afraid, ladies. Do it afraid. So that's what I need you to do. Number 6 is going to be evaluate and adjust. Not enough self-love. Ooh-wee. Not enough self-love. Okay, so evaluate and adjust. So after we have taken the first step, we need to evaluate the outcome of that first step. Was it a positive outcome? Was it a negative outcome? What was it? What was that? How that is that going on the road to where we want to go? If you fail, assess why you failed and then try again. Learn from your mistakes and get back to it. Exactly. Dust yourself off and get up and try it again. Exactly. 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 Thanks, Sandra. So make sure that you are evaluating what you've already done and then you're adjusting anything you need to adjust to be able to go on to the next step, right? Make sure you're making those adjustments. For me, I evaluated my time so that I know that I could not do the 5 days a week plan because it was too much reading, because I have so many other things that I was reading that I couldn't do it. I could not do it. So I found another one that gave me 7 days a week. And I was able to get that done. Not only am I able to get it done that way, I found some tools. That was my adjustment too. I found some tools that was able to assist me in getting it done more efficiently. The YouVersion Bible app, the YouVersion Bible app, and the gentleman reading it to me helps me a lot because I am a Audible learner as well as I learn hands-on. Like you show me hands-on and we're good to go, right? We're good to go. So those were my adjustments to my my plan. Then you reward yourself. That is the the last portion in the steps. You're going to reward yourself. So what I want you all to do is to make a list of possible rewards. And these rewards have to be stuff that would actually get you to do something. I would actually do something because sometimes you put a reward, like if I put a pack of bubble gum, who's going to be excited that your reward is a pack of bubble gum? So we want to reward ourselves, make a list of rewards, whether it's giving yourself a day off, whether it's going to the spa, whether it's just you get to go take a walk, you get to go do something. It doesn't have to be stuff that costs you money, but you think of rewards that you like. Maybe you get to have your bubble bath and something. You go ahead and do that. Like, maybe it, like for me, honestly, every time I accomplish something, I'm gonna go get myself a new undie. I don't know about y'all, but I'm replacing every single one for 2019, and so I'm gonna start off by doing it that way. So every time I get my something done on my goals list, like this past week, if you're on my Instagram, I got my laundry room. I got that taken care of, right? So my laundry room is done. I only need to do the two hanging containers on the doors. Once I do that, I'm heading smooth to the store to get me an underwear. So you got to make sure that you are rewarding yourself with something that excites you. It could be something tiny and small as that, and it's doing two things. It's rewarding me, and it's also helping me to replace all of the ones that I already have, and that was something that I was going to do anyway. So I'm killing two birds with one stone. Juicy Fly, No more granny. No more granny panties, but they're so comfortable. Like granny panties are really comfortable though. I cannot say anything. They're comfortable. Monica, new bras. Okay. Girls are going to be blinged out for 2019. Okay. Listen, not only are they going to get some new ones too, I'm about to make sure that I go to the store so they can do the professional bra fitting. Yes, ma'am. We're about to get that. Not only that, I'm putting on my list as a really big prize. I want to get sneakers. Like my foot does not like sneakers. I hate sneakers. So I'm going to be training with a friend. So I need sneakers. So I'm going to get the ones where I've got to get my feet measured and get how I'm walking tested so it can work with my foot. Y'all, you can't talk to me. You cannot talk to me when I get my new sneakers. Okay. You can't talk to me. I'm just saying, I'm going to be really, really extra. So those are the kind of things that are like, those get me going. Like I get to the store to go buy some new pants. We going. So think about things that are going to help you in other areas, but that gets you excited so that you can complete your goal. So now that I've rewarded myself, I'm excited for the next reward. You bringing sexy back for the 50s plus club? Come on. Come on with it. Come on with it. So those are the steps that I think we definitely need to make sure that we are writing down and that just follow that process. Follow that process. Have that process in your planner so you can refer back to that process, because sometimes you might look at it and say, oh, you know what? I didn't do this step. And because I did not do this step, then I need to just backtrack a little bit and then move forward again. Let me go back, do this step, and then let me move forward. You can always pop into my Instagram if you got Instagram and say, Tamra, I'm stuck somewhere. You can always pop into Miss Master Plan's Instagram and say, Miranda, I'm stuck somewhere. In February, because she's not on right now, you can pop into Monica. Monica, I'm stuck somewhere. And you can pop Mika. Mika is on here with you ladies. Mika, I'm stuck somewhere. And then ask for assistance. You guys are already forming teams on there. And that's wonderful. Support each other. We need this. Let's crush 2019. 2019 cannot go the same way 2018 did. It can't. Because that would be a tragedy. That would be a tragedy. Hey, Rachel, how are you? Burnside, Pandora charm within reason. I love the fact that you added the within reason. So I'm gonna need for you to set a number. I'm gonna need for you to set a number. And when you set a number, I need you to set a budgeted amount for all of them combined. Because sometimes when you don't set 25, how much is that 25 gonna cost? You got to look at the whole total, okay? You got to look at the whole total. And make sure you're not going over that total. And you might even need to decrease that total. Right? So just make sure that you're looking at the whole number. We can put a number, but we have to make sure that Miranda. Oh, 25. That's good too. Your Pandora is empty. Yeah, Juicy Fly. Yes, Juicy Fly. Miranda, are you saying that you have 45 charms? Is that what I see? So make sure of that. So this is the first session, ladies. This is the first session for us because we cannot really get into writing down the goals until we know a process. Oh, the really cute ones are 45. Yeah, Miranda. Ooh, I was about to call you after this live. I was about to call you. You have one charm, little spooks. It's okay. You got more than I do. I've got 0, zip, zilch, nada. So make sure you guys have this. Any questions, anybody? What is your question? The next one, the next live is going to be next Sunday, of course. And on next Sunday, what I am hoping we can do is we can now come together and say, yes, I have written down my goals. I've written down the details of what I would need to do. Not only have I written down the details, but I have gone ahead and done some research. So for instance, for the YouTube, if I am going to get monetized on YouTube, this is how much subscribers I need to have, and this is how many watch hours I need to have, right? It's okay, Corkeisha. It's okay. So you need to know that for the Etsy shop, you need to know, of course, how much is it going to cost me? Where am I going to get my supplies from? All of that. You need your plan, boo. You need your plan for you to get out of debt. Oh my gosh. Let me get with you on this getting out of debt. So you need to know, how much do you owe people? You need to write all of that down. How much do you owe people? Um, so each individual person, company, and then you need to list how much you owe each person. Then you also need to look at your monthly budget to see what it is that you are spending, where you're spending it, if you can cut anything, what you can cut, and how much you can throw at that debt. So that's something that you can do. Simplify. I love simplify. Okay. List the different areas of your life, areas of your room, all that stuff. How are you going to simplify those areas? What area do you want to start in? Pick one area. What area do you want to start in? And what's your plan to simplify that area? To show kindness. I need you to tell me, what does that look like for you? What does showing kindness look like for you? And how are you going to show that kindness to others? How are you going to show that kindness towards yourself? We need to know all that. Secure a permanent job. Ma'am, my two-line friend, I'm going to need you to tell me, what are you doing to secure that? Do you have the necessary skills that it takes to secure that job that you want? If not, okay, what are you going to do to get it? What's the process of you doing what you need to do to get it? Yes, we need to distinguish between a need and a want. Save for your car. Okay, who's saving for the car for 2019? What kind of car is it? What year, your make, your model? How much does it cost? Where do you get these questions? It's all in my brain, Corkeisha. It's all in my brain. It's all in my brain. We need to be honest about a need and a want. That's true, because a lot of things we have is just want. A lot of things we have is just a want. Okay, so that's for the car. For getting healthy, what does getting healthy look like for you? For me, getting healthy right now is really trying to get up to making sure I have 4 cups of water consistently. Yeah, I know other people. What is this? The healthy heroes, right? All these healthy heroes are are doing all these different type of things, and they're crushing it. They're going to the gym 4 or 5 days a week. Good fortune for you. My one little step, that's a big thing for me right now, is to just up my water intake to 4 cups a day, because water is such a big part of being healthy and a big part of losing weight. And so I need to work on that. That's for me. That's walking my own race. That's running my own race, right? We talked about that. I'm not looking at what they've got to do. I'm looking at mine. We talked about the last time my 0.25 pounds that I'm trying to lose every single week. I'm going to stay with my 0.25 pounds every week, because if I lose 12 pounds a year, I'm happy. I'm ecstatic, because in 2 years, I wouldn't need to lose not one more single pound. I would just need to maintain. And do y'all know how fast 2019 is about to roll by? I don't know if you have any clue how fast 2019 is about to roll by. Start your budget about the paying off debt, starting your budget. Same thing. You just list all of what you are paying every single month, and list all of what money you're spending on. If you're finishing school, you're already on track. Just make sure you know, for all the classes that you need to take, what grades you need to be able to get to pass. Good stuff. Finding a home church. Oh yes. Listen, there's a telephone directory if they still have those. Google Maps if they still got those. Find all the churches in your area, and every single week you go visit a different one. And don't worry about the fact that you got to go visit a different one every single week. It's okay. You'll find the right one, because sometimes you're like, you know what? I did like that one 2 months ago. Let me go back to it and see if it's okay again. It's going to be July just now. You want to spend more time with your family, so just sorted my dining room so we can at least eat meals together. Perfect. Perfect. Not only that, how about Googling things families can do together? Google is such a big tool. Games that you can play. There's things that you guys can play as a family, things that you can teach your children how to do. How about origami? Sometimes, depending on the age, how they are, right? Like I bought my sons an origami book with some stuff inside of it one time, and I just gave it to him, and I didn't think he was going to do anything with it at all, right? And like 9, 10 years later, he made me an origami 2 weeks ago, a crane, and it's in my car. It's in my car. And so we got to make sure that we're giving them things that's going to teach them. How about teaching them how to cook? Little things like, let me teach you how to make your grilled cheese sandwich, right? So that's time being spent with them. And different things, going for walks, picnics. I mean, Google can give you so much information, y'all. Use the Google. Google is nosy enough. Use the Google. Finding your purpose. Oh my word. Oh my word. Finding your purpose. Oh my gosh. That's a big one. That's a big one. And that comes by studying the Word of God so much. Studying the Word of God so much. There's a couple scriptures. I think Monica might be able to tell me where it's from. I told y'all already, my memory is horrible. I can tell you the gist of it, but don't ask me exactly where it's from. I could find it for you afterwards. But it basically says that our purpose is to, it's like we ought to, what is it? Live justly and love one another or something like that, Monica. I don't want to minimize my screen to find it. But basically, that's what is required of us. And it starts there. I think if you should start there. If we start to live right, treat each other right, then that purpose becomes even clearer as we are living right. We are our sister's keepers. I don't care what anybody says. We are our sister's keepers. Period. And that's one of the main reasons why I'm here tonight, is because I'm your keeper. If you don't want me to be your keeper, well, okay, that's fine. That's on you. But we are our sister's keepers, and we ought to do what we can do to see that we all succeed, that we are all, getting to where we need to be. You know what? It's past that, Rachel. It's past do unto others as you would have them do unto you, because the Word of God said that we have to esteem others higher than we esteem ourselves, more than we esteem ourselves. Not to have to kill ourselves, nor let you walk over me. That's definitely not what it's saying. But what it's saying is that I'm not even going to treat you equal, boo. I'm going to treat you so good. I'm going to treat you so good. Because the Word of God also says that love, there is no defense whatsoever against love. There's none. There's absolutely none. If you take a look at the book of Daniel, when they try to find something to put against Daniel, to charge against him, they said, we cannot find anything at all that's wrong with this man. We cannot find anything at all. So if we're going to attack him, we have to attack him on the love that he has for his God. That's where we have to get him. And so that's where we have to get to the point where we're like Daniel, where people can say, you know what? I can't find not one thing wrong with their speaking, not one thing wrong with where they go, not one thing wrong with what they do. Only thing I see them do is praising God all day, every day, and living right. So if we're going to attack them, that's where we have to attack them. And so we need to make sure that we are loving, and not loving according to man, because loving is not even emotion. Love is deeds. Love is not just words. It's deeds. It's deeds. So we have to make sure that we're doing that as well. So anybody have any questions for me before we close out this particular live for the night as well? You're trying to type, listen, and press here for Sandra, you multitasking. We need to treat people better than we treat ourselves. Love covers a multitude of sins. Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Same time at 8:30 next Sunday. If it is, make sure you guys hit that subscribe and that alert bell. Make sure you're hitting that alert bell, because I will always post it on my community tab. Y'all, I now know how to use that community tab. So I'm going to post it on that community tab. I'm going to make sure that I try to do that like 45 minutes or so before we go live, or maybe even an hour. You're in the UK and it's 3 o'clock. It is now 9:51. It is 9:51 here. 3 a.m. Girl, why are you awake at 3 a.m.? Woot, woot. I think at 3 a.m. I'm drooling on my pillow. Hey, Just a Regular Girl. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. It's so good. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Praise God. Welcome, Just a Regular Girl. Yeah, make sure you hit the subscribe button and then the notification bell right after that. So therefore that it comes up when I post that I'm going to be coming on, and I will also go over to post onto Instagram. I will try my very best to do that, but let me tell y'all, my social media life is not right. And that's not, let me see, what is social media is number 5. It's tab number 5. So, I will try to keep getting better and better, or as somebody used to say, I'll try to get gooder and gooder. But don't hold me, don't judge me on my social media posting, but I'll try to post on my community tab and also on Instagram that I will be going live and the time that I will be going live. If it's going to be on another channel, aka either Miss Master Plan, I think Mrs. Thinking of a Master Plan, or anything like that, I am going to also still post it on my community channel, so you guys will all know where the next one is. But it should be on mine, because I should still be in town. Yes, I will be, because I'm having that planner meetup on the Saturday night, and then I'll be in town on the Sunday night for you all. Trying to incorporate planning into your life in a serious way this year. Come with it, Just a Regular Girl. Come with it. What time did she say? Need to work out what time it will be here. It's going to be 8:30 p.m. our time. So it's now 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, an hour and a half ago. So minus the hour and a half for you. That's early. That's at 1:30. Is that 1:30 for you? 1:30 a.m. Yeah, you got a lot of assignments. Yeah, I'm one of those teachers, like, you'll be having assignments for days. Assignments for days. Yeah, we trying to catch up with you. Rachel. Okay. Is it Rachel or Raquel? If it's Raquel, because I think it's Rachel. If it's Rachel, put RAYCH. Just make sure I'm calling you right, honey, because I'm so disrespectful. Rachel, not Raquel. Okay, good. Thank you. So I was respectful. Planning Day Eve, your assignment was going to be breaking down your goals, baby girl. Breaking down your goals, making sure that, hold on. All the questions you might, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. Someone had posted them before. Did anybody, can somebody post them again if you had them? So it was to make sure you write down your goals, making sure that they were achievable, right? Make sure they were achievable. You got them. Okay. And you can watch, you'll type them up and send them to you. Thank you so much, Miranda. Miranda is like on point, okay, y'all. If y'all didn't know this, let me just tell you, Miranda is on point. Also, on our channel, I hope you guys got a chance to go to Planning Day Eve's last video, and also Mrs. Thinking of a Master Plan. So they snatched my layout that I did for last week. Y'all got to go look at it. Yeah, she's on it. She's on it. So any questions, anybody, before I roll off? So y'all know what y'all got to do for next week. So when we come back next week, then we're now going to dig a little bit deeper into some of the areas of life that we all need to be in, getting our goals in. So just like how I have our spiritual, romance, family, blah 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 blah, and then we're going to go into specifics in those sections. So just like how I just wrote down what your y'all goals are, and I was kind of just talking a little bit about some of the things that you all could do, the steps that you all could do. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into all of those things because I want to make sure that we're helping you guys go step by step by step so that you can accomplish the goals that you want for this year. I want to make sure. Thank you so much, Tamara. I'm going to have to watch a replay as I have to leave the house 2 times. Okay, no problem, Karen. It's the best live because it helped. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So DM Miranda on Instagram. Go to her Instagram, Mrs. Thinking of a Master Plan on Instagram, and have her shoot you those questions. You're welcome, Juicy Fly. You're welcome, Jessica. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, check out the snatch. I'll be snatching all year long, y'all, because there's so many talented babes in the planner community. And I really, really want to kind of highlight some of them because, yo, they have my mouth drooling at some of these spreads. I'm like, I'm sorry, your creative genius is on point. So I'm going to be snatching all sorts of layouts, but it's going to be mainly in the mom planner. But if you all want another layout, let me know because I have Corkeisha, send me a message. The paper and pen girl at gmail.com. And I'll send you the list because Miranda's gonna send me the list. So if you want another layout, that's great because y'all know I'm a horizontal planner at heart. And this mom layout is really great as well because it's gonna help me to have some limits. As well. And I think what I'll do is I'll do a live too talking about the mom layout because y'all, I've got to kind of get on my soapbox a little bit about that planner and some things that I've been seeing some people saying. Good, Glenda. Welcome, Glenda. Welcome, Glenda. We want to accomplish some goals this year. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired and not doing what needs to be done, right? Not doing it. So we're going to do that. Perfect. Well, you ladies have a wonderful night. It is 1 minute to 10. It's probably about 10 o'clock right now. But email me if you guys need and let me know what you need and I'll make sure that you guys get it. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night.